Volante Technologies is a global financial technology company. We provide payments modernization and transformation solutions to banks and financial institutions. We've been doing it for about 20 years, have about 90 customers globally in 35 countries, and we're really excited about where payments is going today. Hyperconnectivity means really many things, I think. It means that commerce is cross-border, commerce is real-time, that the different parts of the financial ecosystem are deeply connected in a way that they haven't been in past eras. But for us, really, it means payments modernization. It means making sure that the payments pieces of the global economy are properly connected, are operating in real time, and are operating efficiently. Again, it's about payments modernization for us. The reason that it's important for banks is I think we need to start with looking at payments as a business, where payments is as a business today. So payments today generates about $2 trillion of revenue annually. That's a big number. To put that in context, if payments were a country, it would be the 10th largest country by GDP in the world, bigger than Brazil or Italy, right? So that's good, it's a big business. It's also growing. It's growing roughly twice as fast as GDP. That means if you're an investor looking to invest in a business, payments is a great business to invest in. So it's good for banks, but it's good for other people as well. Because it's growing, because it's a big business, you have big tech companies looking at getting into payments, you have fintechs, and you've got challenger banks. So what banks need to do to make sure that they build on this business and they capture more of this market share is to modernize their payments infrastructures. Because the legacy systems that they're using today are not going to be able to deliver the agility that they need, the cost and efficiency that they need in order to compete with these challengers. For us and for the industry, the most important aspects of payment modernization really are making sure that you take a business service approach to your payments infrastructure. So it's not good enough to just say, well, we're going to upgrade all our existing systems. You actually need to take a look at your architecture and say, we're going to implement payments as business services across the entire life cycle of payments. The most important components of that are real-time or instant payments. We'll be talking about that a little more. Open banking, APIs, ISO 20022 certainly. And then finally, managed services on the cloud. So if a bank invests in these four areas at minimum, they can be guaranteed of a much more modern, much more effective payments infrastructure, which will make them more competitive. Sibos is a tremendously important event for us. This is the transaction banking, the payments, the cash management, the trade industry. Everybody is here. We want everybody to know that we are here as well. We typically come in with a very large number of pre-arranged meetings. Those are meetings with our customers, but also those who've responded to our email outreach, those who've seen our content in Sibos Daily and other channels, and want to meet with us because payments modernization, again, really hot topic in the industry. A lot of banks, and not just banks, fintechs as well, want to talk to us about what's happening in payments modernization, and Sibos is an ideal platform for having those conversations. Open banking is a really important part of payments modernization, and there are two pieces to it. The most important thing is to realize that open banking is a business model. It's a way for banks to open up their services, not just payments, account opening, lending, trade, to not just their customers directly, but also to third parties, to fintechs, perhaps even to other banks. Now you might ask, well, why would they do that? In part, it's because of regulation. So if we look at Europe with PSD2 or the UK with CMA9, or new regulations like those coming out of Mexico or Canada, they're essentially being forced to do that. But it's also a way to competitively differentiate, because if you want to bring more services to more customers and increase the usage of your bank services, then a great way to do that, obviously, is to do it with open banking and to do it with APIs. APIs are the second piece of it. That's the technology side of it. The key thing there is to make sure you have a business service or an innovation layer within your bank so that your external APIs can get the information needed from the business services, and then they can orchestrate with your many back-end systems, core banking, payments, lending, and so on, because it's very hard to update all of those to be API aware. So if you can do that, then you can get on board quickly with open banking and start realizing the benefits of payments modernization.